Alright, Koga, what do you got this time? I'm gonna find out, but first we're gonna heal just a little bit. Because if I'm remembering correctly, only Rhyperior took damage? Yeah. Now, I should probably get him out of the first spot, just because we can run into those bad matchups that we've seen, but, I don't even remember what Koga used. There was a fire-type trainer in here somewhere. I remember the ground-type stuff. 2 people had ground types, right? But I don't remember who was who. Zoom. Is he psychic then? Was that a thing? I don't remember. Let's throw rocks at it. That's decent damage. Considering we're at a 12 level deficit. If we manage to hit all 5, it'll kill. Well, that's still not terrible because it sets us up to force a heal. And as long as we can get a total of 5 attacks in, we'll kill in the next cycle. Or if we happen to hit all 5 on this one. Unlikely, but a guy can dream. Well, attack up and defense down harshly, but you're dead. So we're just going to switch to mitigate that screech. And it's like you never existed. Oh, slow bro. I ain't got time for no slow bro. Now we don't have Umbreon anymore, so we don't have the simplest approach for this. But I think we'll be okay. I don't know. Petal Dance is strong. I don't know if we one-shot. Yeah. Okay, setting Reflect Up's a little annoying, but it doesn't do anything to Slowbro because he's dead. Now we almost have to switch here because we don't want Venusaur to be set up for confusion. And we've already seen 2 attacks, so it could happen at any time after this. So now that we have just a straight Psychic type, I think we go to the business here. Steel will resist it. And we do have Ghost if we want to go down that route as well. And on an Azelf, I think we will want to do that. We don't want to get set up on. Seems to be happening anyways. I don't know if this is a net positive or a net negative. Looks like a positive, switching his attack to his defense. So I guess we gotta switch tactics then. I see this is gonna be a fun one. We don't even have a flute anymore. All we have is a bootleg radio station. It's impossible to turn that on right now. Well, we haven't seen any attacks yet. So let's try and fight through the sleep. Okay. I suddenly have regrets about my decision. We still haven't seen any attacks. That's Hypnosis and 2 buff-type moves. I don't think they're required to have an attack at this level. It's just the early levels so that you don't get screwed. Man, other than Typhlosion and Shadow Claw, we don't really have much in the way of attacks that do a whole lot here. Let's try. Let's see if we can outspeed, too. Azelf's not mega ultra fast, but I think we're still going to lose in speed here. Kinesis. Well. So, this is interesting. No attacks. Somehow... Okay, maybe we have seen this and we haven't known, but this is the first time we've seen this in motion. Maybe we've fought a Pokemon like this and we killed it too quickly to find out, but... That's a crit, I'm assuming? Yeah. That much damage couldn't help but probably be a crit. So now we can pretty much set up however we want to here. We're going to switch to get rid of the accuracy debuff. We're going to go ahead and wake up Dialga, or at least try to. And then maybe switch back. It's a unique opportunity here that we don't have to worry about most of the stuff going on right now because we're not going to switch into any damage at all. Okay, that's a good one, because we're going to switch anyways. We could also go to Rayquaza, because Aerial Ace wouldn't care about Kinesis, and the rest of it is all whatever. Problem I have is I don't even think another crit Shadow Claw would kill at this range. It's close, but I think we'd come up short. So I think we just have to wear down here. We're going to see another full restore. Although, at that range... So we either get a free switch, or it doesn't heal, and then Shadow Claw has a shot to kill. I'm assuming a heal. No. Ugh. It's going to be a long video, isn't it? Well, this isn't exactly what we got the full heals for, but they will work for this purpose. It got over its status troubles.
I'm so over it. I don't even care about hypnosis.
That's fine. We just want a Shadow Claw to hit, and preferably crit. Which is still a low chance, but it might kill without the crit. We'll never know. I think it would have. That's why I made the switch. If I was in doubt, I probably wouldn't have. I suppose Psychic is another type that can get bogged down in status type moves like we talked about for Ghost and what was the other one earlier? Bug. Because of all the stuff that is technically Psychic. That's a trick that's been happening since Gen 1. Falling for stupid stuff like that, man. I feel their pain. I might have mentioned this before, I don't remember, but in Twitch Plays Pokemon, that was a notable thing that happened. Against the Elite Four, there was a Venomoth that really had no business taking on... Was it a Dragonite? It might have been a Dragonite. Something that only had... That had a Psychic move like Barrier or Amnesia. And so it thought, back at Gen 1, because the AI wasn't very good, that, oh, if I use this move, it's a Psychic-type move, so it's effective against Poison, like Venomoth. So it just got locked in this loop, and Venomoth was able to kill it, even though it was like 20 levels lower. So Barrier, Amnesia... I think Trick Room might be Psychic? Not 100% on that. Point being, there's a lot of weird moves like that that could get slotted in here because the game thinks, oh, it's a Psychic move, we'll give it to him. And it turns out it's the worst idea ever. Smoochum dies way too easily to steal here, so we'll just let this rock. Level 62. This time, unlike Shadow Force, which ran into Barrier when we were trying to get a kill, and it wouldn't have killed anyways, but now we have a special attack, we don't care. This is the only downside of this. Future Sight no longer cares about our resistance, so we do have to eat some damage there. And Beldum, I mean, should be relatively easy to kill, but we're going to go ahead and switch just to make sure. In fact, let's go to Rhyperior here. Beldum normally wouldn't have any attacks, but that's not going to be the case here, so we might take some damage, but we outspeed because Beldum's even slower than us. Gonna need 4 to kill, though. Got 2. Charge Beam. Oof. Yeah, that's the correct response. 2 was actually better than 3 in that spot, too, because it meant that we didn't have to worry about a heal. Oof. Now I'll say oof. 3 speed for no reason. Alright, these guys don't say anything new, so we're just gonna rock it through. Hone my skills. Well, I mean, I beat you once already, but sure. And we sort of glitched out. We're just a ghost. Every other sprite's fine. I guess we'll save, and if this battle looks all messed up, then we'll know that I have to reload. Let's see. Well, went to the menu. Menu's fine. Screen's gone, though. I have a feeling that was exactly what was going to happen if we started the fight, too, so it's fine. Okay. I see no fear in you. Here comes the hoo-ah. Good setup for the start here. Unless Venonat has a water move, in which case all of a sudden the synergy with Drizzle is going to rock our world. Nah, it's just Twin Needle. Or is it Twine Needle? That's the only downside of this, is that each attack has a chance to poison. But I mean, if we have to full restore, so be it. Two. Oy vey, we've had some bad luck with that recently. A lot of 2s. And we didn't get a heal. And I can no longer escape. Luckily, we were planning to full restore if the poison started to get out of hand. So this isn't the end of the world. Now it's more the end of the world. I think he had a couple different grass poison types last time. It is funny that he ended up with poison, though. That sounds familiar now. Can we switch in between fights? I feel like it wouldn't let me have the menu up if we couldn't, right? So... oh, I should have healed the Olga. Whoops. Well, we don't have time to mess around with someone's a certain level, someone's not. Koga's Pokemon are probably going to approach 65 for his highest. So we are not going to mess around. We're going straight to business. Don't think the crit was necessary. Not on an Oddish. On a Gloom or something, maybe? On a Vileplume, probably. But on a first stage, I don't think we needed it. I don't care if we're this far behind. I don't care about the rain. Not on an Oddish. Golbat. Feels like Rhyperior wants to come back in, but he's going to start eating more poison stuff. We can still use the full restore. I don't know what a Golbat's going to hit us with that's going to make us want to reconsider, but you never know in Randomized. Okay, that sucks. Not the end of the world, shouldn't kill. I don't think. I don't remember Golbat having great special attack, but then again, it doesn't need to kill our poor Rhyperior, who will die now, but hopefully can kill Golbat on the way out. It's going to take 4. Okay. Golbat will get the experience, or give the experience to us, rather, and then Rhyperior will die. I think. The poison is still going to proc, because it's not the end of the fight. So yeah, we're dead. Yeah. Blech. Okay. Well. Didn't work out the best, I suppose, but let's do our best anyways. Suppose with Drizzle in play, you can also make a case for Waterfall. Let's see. Yeah, kind of figured. Alright, so we should have a heal incoming. Additional layers of toxic spikes, but we don't care about that. We're Dialga. Since one can assume a heal is coming, I think 3 waterfalls will kill. So we'll just use those to save some steel usage here. We do not have a lot in the way of PP restoration. A couple items, but not much. This would actually be easier if this was a Nidoqueen, because then we'd be getting super effective hits and we could 2-shot. Dragon Rage is an interesting one. Not entirely sure how a Nidorina ended up with that, but, you know, random. Wouldn't have killed, so whatever. Spinnerack would be a great one for Rhyperior, but doesn't really have us here. So we gave Rock Climb here, so we don't have Poison anymore, so it's just Electric, Water, and Fighting. Alright. We talked about straight to business. Let's stick with that plan. Okay, this is a Spinnerack, but we're out-leveled by 13. We should still kill. But we're entering this realm now where we can't really be certain. Some strong, super effective hits are not going to be enough to one-shot as we get into the upper echelon of the Elite Four and then the Champion Lance. Coughing. I mean, do we have any Luster Purges left? Yeah, we have all of them. Okay. So let's do that then. And yeah, we get the Toxic, but that's fine. We're going to heal up after this fight's over. Could just Flamethrower now, too. Got more of those. I mean, if you're going to set up the Sun's Rays to be so intense, then this is what you get. This is what you get. You'll notice, by the way, our 2 legendaries both avoided Toxic Spikes. One because they are a Steel type, and also because we didn't switch into it. And one because they were a Flying type. Just didn't care. Alright. We can use our last Antidoto. Since Typhlosion doesn't need any healing. Dip into the revives for the first time. It's kind of unfortunate that Golbat had Earth Power. I think it would have been in pretty good shape to anything else. Although it could have had a Water or a Grass type move, so I suppose we can't complain too much. We should have some Lemonades, yeah? Yeah. I mean, it's not quite full, but that's okay. Oh yeah, and that rare candy is kind of burning a hole in my pocket, too. We'll see if we can't find a good spot to use it. We want to use it right after somebody levels, because that way you get the most out of it. It's always a shame to use a rare candy when somebody's like 2/3 or 3/4 of the way to a new level. Alright, so that just leaves us 2 fights to become the champion for a second time after getting all the Kanto Gym badges, and then there's one final challenge we're going to try, even though it's probably going to kick our ass. But we're going to give it a shot.